RHOA Kim Zolciak details traumatic marriage to Kroy Biermann. RHOA alum Kim Zolciak is detailing her traumatic marriage to Kroy Biermann. The two were married for over a decade before they called it quits, and it has been a disaster ever since. So what is Kim saying now that the marriage is officially coming to an end? Keep reading for further details. Kim Zolciak's traumatic marriage to Kroy Biermann. When Kim Zolciak met Kroy Biermann, it was love at first sight, and RHOA viewers saw that. They got to witness the moment the two met and watched their courtship. Kim and Kroy tied the knot and even landed their own spin-off, Don't Be Tardy. Though he was younger than her, it did not faze him that she had two daughters from previous relationships. He embraced Ariana and Brielle and eventually adopted them. Kim and Kroy went on to have 4 more children together and truly seemed very happy. RHOA alum Kim Zolciak is detailing her traumatic marriage to Kroy Biermann. The two were married for over a decade before they called it quits, and it has been a disaster ever since. So what is Kim saying now that the marriage is officially coming to an end? Keep reading for further details. Kim Zolciak's traumatic marriage to Kroy Biermann. When Kim Zolciak met Kroy Biermann, it was love at first sight, and RHOA viewers saw that. They got to witness the moment the two met and watched their courtship. Kim and Kroy tied the knot and even landed their own spin-off, Don't Be Tardy. Though he was younger than her, it did not faze him that she had 2 daughters from previous relationships. He embraced Ariana and Brielle and eventually adopted them. Kim and Kroy went on to have 4 more children together and truly seemed very happy. Unfortunately, his NFL career ended and their reality show was canceled. She also allegedly had a gambling problem as well as a penchant for the lavish things in life. Therefore, they had money problems. They owed over $1 million to the IRS and their Georgia mansion faced foreclosure. Though they have been able to dodge an auction, the couple filed for divorce in 2023, and it has been anything but amicable. The police have been called, but now, Kim has finally left the home. The police were called when Kim Zolciak was trying to leave their home. She had a moving truck that Kroy attempted to block with his car. Yet he moved it when he was told to, and they did use the non-emergency line. She noted her estranged husband caused issues, and there's a track record of Kroy being the problem. Yet she hoped they could get along. Mixed messages. Though Kim Zolciak claims that Kroy Biermann is the problem, he has said the same thing about her. On September 9th, Kroy shared this of his ex. Despite all of this, Kim maintains that the years she was married to Kroy were torture. Furthermore, she added he was controlling but does not think he is capable of becoming a better person. Their Georgia mansion was scheduled for auction in early December, but that was allegedly postponed again. Yet Kim was leaving their home, so it is unclear if she finally had enough and has found a new place to live. Kim Zolciak-Biermann, the former star of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, RHOA, is no stranger to drama, but her recent revelations about her marriage to Kroy Biermann have left fans shocked and concerned. In an emotional interview, Kim opened up about the turbulent journey of her relationship with Kroy, revealing layers of hardship, betrayal, and resilience that had been hidden behind their glamorous public image. The fairy tale beginning. When Kim met Kroy Biermann in 2010 at a charity event, it was love at first sight. Their chemistry was undeniable, and their whirlwind romance quickly became a central storyline on RHOA. Viewers were captivated by their fairy tale love story, which culminated in a lavish televised wedding in 2011. Kim often referred to Kroy as her rock and soulmate, and the couple's dynamic seemed solid, even enviable. When I first met Kroy, he made me feel like the luckiest woman in the world, Kim recalled. He was charming, attentive, and completely in love with me. I felt like I had finally found my happily ever after. The couple's life together seemed picture perfect. They expanded their family with the births of 4 children, in addition to Kim's 2 daughters from previous relationships whom Kroy adopted. Social media painted a portrait of a tight-knit family living a life of luxury, complete with exotic vacations, designer clothes, and an expansive Atlanta mansion. Cracks in the foundation. Behind the scenes, however, the fairy tale was slowly unraveling. Kim admitted that their relationship began to show signs of strain within the first few years of marriage. Financial pressures, career shifts, and the demands of raising 6 children created a high-stress environment that often led to heated arguments. "We were dealing with so much," Kim explained. "Kroy's football career was winding down, and we were trying to transition into a new phase of life. I was juggling my businesses, the kids, and filming. It was a lot for both of us, and we didn't always handle it well." The couple's financial struggles became public knowledge in recent years, with reports of unpaid taxes and foreclosures dominating headlines. Kim and Kroy's lavish lifestyle, which had once been a source of pride, became a glaring symbol of their mounting problems. Emotional turmoil. Kim revealed that the financial issues were only part of the story. According to her, Kroy's behavior changed drastically after his football career ended. She described him as becoming controlling and emotionally distant, often lashing out in ways that left her feeling isolated and hurt. "It was like I didn't even recognize him anymore," Kim said through tears. "The man who used to make me feel so loved and supported became someone who constantly criticized me and made me feel like I wasn't good enough. I started to question everything about our relationship." Kim admitted that her own struggles with anxiety and depression further strained their marriage. She often turned to shopping and social media as coping mechanisms, which only exacerbated their financial and emotional problems. "I was trying to fill a void," she confessed. "I thought if I could just make everything look perfect on the outside, then maybe it would feel perfect on the inside too. But that's not how it works." The breaking point. The couple's issues came to a head earlier this year when Kim filed for divorce after 12 years of marriage. The decision, she said, was one of the hardest she's ever had to make, but ultimately necessary for her own well-being. "I didn't want to give up on us," Kim said. "But I realized that staying in a toxic situation wasn't healthy for me or our kids. We both deserved better, even if that meant being apart." The divorce proceedings have been anything but amicable. Kim and Kroy have been locked in a bitter legal battle over custody of their children and division of assets. Accusations have flown on both sides, with Kroy alleging that Kim's spending habits were out of control and Kim claiming that Kroy's controlling behavior created an unbearable environment. Finding strength in the storm. Despite the challenges, Kim is determined to move forward and rebuild her life. She's focusing on her children, her health, and her career, including her upcoming return to reality television. "I've always been a fighter," Kim said. "This isn't the end for me. It's a new beginning. I'm learning to prioritize myself and my happiness, and I'm teaching my kids to do the same." Kim's openness about her struggles has resonated with fans, many of whom have praised her for her bravery and vulnerability. She's also received support from her former RHOA castmates, who have rallied around her during this difficult time. "Kim is one of the strongest women I know," said fellow housewife Sheree Whitfield. "She's been through so much, but she always finds a way to come out on top. I have no doubt she'll do the same this time." Lessons learned. Reflecting on her marriage, Kim said she's learned valuable lessons about love, resilience, and the importance of self-worth. While she's still processing the pain of her divorce, she's also hopeful about the future. "I've realized that love isn't always enough," Kim said. "It takes work, communication, and mutual respect to make a relationship last. And sometimes, even when you give it your all, it still doesn't work out. But that doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means you're human." Kim's journey is far from over, but she's facing it with the same determination and flair that made her a fan favorite on RHOA. Whether she's navigating co-parenting, reclaiming her financial independence, or stepping back into the spotlight, one thing is certain: Kim Zolciak-Biermann is a survivor. Moving forward. As Kim embarks on this new chapter, she's focused on embracing her individuality and rediscovering the joy that's been missing from her life for so long. "I'm learning to love myself again," she said, "and that's the greatest love story of all."